Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Today I have a knife review for you, and I don't do a whole lot of knives on my channel, but this one is a particularly nice one and the only one of its kind, and that is the Templar knives OTF Excalibur. So let's check it out. So to be clear, Templar Knives did send this to me. I don't have any other affiliation with them. I make nothing monetarily off of any knife sales they have or anything like that. So just be aware that I was given this knife, but that does not affect my honesty as it pertains to any of my reviews. I like to think of myself as one of the most honest review channels out there. Also, you can support the channel by simply hitting like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell and all notifications, that we can get more videos from me. So the Excalibur from Templar Knives. This is a really cool knife. Now, OTFs are fairly sought after knives to begin with. Simple one-handed operation, things like that. If you don't know what an OTF knife is, OTF stands for out the front, like that, with the usually push of a switch. Now this particular knife is T6061 aluminum bodied, and it has a proprietary, one of a kind, only one of its kind, screwless design. Now in other OTF knives out there, in every other OTF knife out there, the body is held together by screws, and that's one of the weakest points of all OTF knives out there, is those screws loosening up, and then of course to clean it and various other things, you have to have a special small Torx bit or Phillips bit or some sort of a special little tool in order to split the body apart, in order to clean it or lube it or maintain it in any way. This one you do not have to do that with. Now, how does it come apart, you may ask? I can't tell you. It's a patent pending design, so I can't get into too much detail. What I can say is that you take off the glass breaker end, and it's just a simple six-sided, I believe, but yeah, it's just a simple screw that off and pull the belt clip out, the pocket clip out, and you can get it apart by sliding it apart. That's all I really want to get into. Again, patent pending, and they don't want people to, before that clears, to steal the design. So I can't show you the exact function of how to get this part. Just know that it is very easy and no special tools are required. Now this is the black rubber model. It has Templar logo there and there, very tastefully done. Has like a stair step jimping type design on the thumb lever. It's not so rough that it is rough on the thumb, but you definitely do not slip off of it. The function of the knife, as you can see, now I've done this probably thousands of times at this point, because there's very few ways to really test these out. I mean, I could intentionally break it, hit it with a hammer really hard, things like that. It's made of aluminum, CNC'd aluminum. So I didn't want to like intentionally destroy it with such severe abuse that is no longer operational. You can do that with anything, but under what I would call a little bit more than normal wear and tear, normal use, this thing has held up great. Never a delay, never a malfunction, never has the button stuck and it not released. So the function of this thing is very smooth. Now I mentioned the belt clip or the pocket clip. It just goes through the other side here. You can get either a set screw or a glass breaker. This has a glass breaker on it. Take that out and flip it to the other side, screw it back in. So the blade is a stone washed powder D2 blade. If you ask me what powder D2 is, I can't tell you. I can, however, give you a link that explains it very well. But what my understanding of it is, we all know what D2 steel is. It's very strong, very good steel, arguably one of the best steels for a blade. Powdered D2 is a more uniform mixture of metals to make the blade, to make powdered D2. The way they mix it, so to speak, again, very sciencey stuff that I don't understand. There will be a link for you to better understand it and to read about it if you want, but just know that powdered D2 steel is arguably top of the line knife material. So these things come in 3 different sizes and 6 different combinations of blades. So you can get the small, slim, and large. This is the large. I'll get my phone here in a second to give you the exact dimensions of it. Small, slim, and large with a drop point, tanto, and dagger style blade, and each of those designs also have a serrated option as well. So that's 6 different blades, 3 different sizes, a bunch of different variations of this knife that you can get, as well as prints. They have Punisher skull, I believe there was a blue line flag, a red line flag, but there was another flag, there's designs. They sell a whole bunch of different ones of the Excalibur. Now, this being the large, get my cheat sheet out here. Large weight is 4.8 ounces, so it's not extremely heavy. Blade length is 3.55 inches, so just over 3.5 inches. Handle length of 5 1/4, and overall length of 8 3/4, 8.75 overall length. Now, I have done some durability testing with this, trying to stress the lock as far as stabbing it into a piece of wood. Pretty darn hard enough that, you know, I really felt the need to have my thumb over the end here for fear of sliding down the blade. Stab it into a piece of wood, rock it back and forth, try to stress the tip a little bit, try to stress the internals, try and make it retract on its own or break the lock as it's locked out. Couldn't do it. Did it a bunch of times. Very sharp. This is one of the sharper knives I've ever received from the factory with the edge that it has. Very, very sharp. Doesn't hesitate cutting through anything that I've tried to cut with it. Just an overall standout knife in its category. Speaking of standout knife, Ballistic Mag did do a piece with this included of the best products, non-firearm products of SHOT Show this year. So congratulations on that, Templar. Templar offers a bunch of different knives. This got recognition. Now, one of the things about working with Templar, and this is the first product I've had from them, is during my phone call with them. And one of the things they wanted to stress very highly was customer service. Customer service is next to quality control and quality output. Customer service is their main priority, which is awesome to hear out of any manufacturer these days. Customer service is quite possibly the worst I've ever seen it in the industry right now, and so it is nice to see that Templar is putting customer service first. So that's about all I have to say about this. This is a phenomenal knife. I carry it every day now. It's never failed me. It's never stopped working. I'm sure you're annoyed by this with this by now, but it's part of the process of me testing these is to just sit there and back and forth. Yeah, I think they have a phenomenal product here. Again, the only one of its kind, screwless design, opens up with just removing the glass breaker or set screw. Easy to clean, easy to maintain. And I want to thank Templar for sending this out to me and contacting me, thinking of me to entrust making a video for their product. With that said, there will be a dedicated post on my website for this knife. You can get linked directly to Templar from there, but the post will also have a whole bunch of information regarding the Excalibur line in the post. So that will be in the description and in the pinned comment, so check that out. Again, I don't make any money off of working with Excalibur. I make nothing off of you buying any of these, but I'll tell you what, if you're looking for an OTF, very smooth functioning, really nice, this is something I definitely would suggest looking into. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and remember to hit all notifications. If you want to support the channel, there's ways to do that. One of the ways is to become a member of the channel, where you can get members-only posts, various other posts that members get, and video previews. Thanks again to Templar for sending that out, and we'll talk to you later.